Hey everyone! Today we're going to be building a classic analog counter with those smooth spinning numbers to give your projects that awesome old-school mechanical feel. The best part? This is all built 100% inside Create Studio. We aren't using any external AI tools or pre-made graphics here, just pure Create Studio magic. Because we're building it from scratch, it's totally customizable. You can swap out the colors, change the fonts, and tweak the speed to fit your brand perfectly. By the end of this video, I'll show you how to save it as a preset for future use and share a few tricks along the way to make the process even faster. Let's jump right in. Before we start clicking, here is a quick roadmap of the steps we're going to cover today. First, we're going to set up our canvas with guide circles to find our perfect center. Then I'll show you the anchor point trick that makes the rotation possible. From there, we'll build out the full 20-number dial and link the properties so you can change the look of every number at once. After that, we'll apply the motion in rotation and build the custom masking window to house our digits and save the whole thing as a scene so you never have to build it from scratch again. To get started, go ahead and open a new project in Create Studio and set your resolution to a square aspect ratio. First, we need to create a visual reference point. Add a circle to the stage. You can just leave it that default blue color since we're only using this as a guide for now. Now, duplicate that circle, change the color to white, and shrink it down like I'm doing here. If you hold down the Alt key while grabbing those corner handles to resize the circle, it will shrink perfectly toward the center from all sides. This smaller circle is going to act as our center mark for the canvas. Once you have those lined up, go ahead and lock both circle layers in the timeline so they don't get moved around while we're working on the numbers. Next, let's add some text to the canvas. Change that text to the number 0 and move it right up to the left edge of our blue circle, just like I'm doing here. Perfect. Now this next step is super important. It's the secret sauce that makes this whole animation work effortlessly. With your number 0 selected, head over to the Properties panel on the left side of your screen. Look for the Anchor settings and click the Show Anchor Point button. You'll see that little target icon appear in the middle of your 0. Go ahead and grab that anchor point and drag it all the way down to the center of the small white circle we created earlier. By moving the anchor point here, we're telling Create Studio to rotate the number around the center of the stage, rather than rotating the number on its own axis. Now we're going to build out the full dial. To make sure the counter looks smooth and doesn't have any awkward gaps while it's spinning, we're actually going to use 2 full sets of numbers, 0 through 9. That's 20 numbers in total. Since there are 360 degrees in a circle, and we have 20 positions to fill, each number needs to be rotated by exactly 18 degrees. Go ahead and duplicate your 0, change the text to a 1, and set the rotation to 18. Duplicate that, change it to a 2, and set the rotation to 36. Just keep following that pattern, adding 18 degrees to each new number, until you've gone all the way around the circle twice. When you're finished, you'll have a perfect high-density ring of numbers, ready to spin. Rather than having to deal with numbers in the 2 and 300s, you can use negatives. For example, the second number, 9, needs to be positioned at 342 degrees, which is the same as minus 18 degrees. Now that we have all 20 numbers, let's get them organized. Go ahead and select your first set of 0 through 9 and group them together. Then do the same for the second set. To make this job much easier, we want to link all these numbers together so we don't have to edit them one by one later. Look for the Easy Edit Properties button. It looks like a little gear icon. By linking the numbers through this menu, you can change the font, the color, or the size of just one number, and every other number in the group will follow suit automatically. Now, select both of those groups and group them together one more time. This creates a master group for the entire dial. By doing this, it automatically establishes a new center anchor point for the whole group, which is exactly what we need for the rotation to work perfectly. Now it's time to bring this counter to life. Instead of using a standard animation, we're going to use the Motion In feature. Select your master group, and on the left-hand panel, click on Motion, then In, and choose Rotation. Once that motion bar appears on your group in the timeline, select it to open the preset settings. First, change the easing to smooth. This gives the numbers a natural feel as they build up speed and eventually come to a stop. Next up is the rotation itself. I'm going to set mine to -2500%. Setting the rotation to a negative number makes the wheel spin counterclockwise, while a positive number spins it clockwise. Remember, there are two ways to control the speed. The larger the percentage, the faster it spins, but you can also stretch the motion bar on the timeline to slow things down or shorten it to speed them up. Now we need to create the housing for our numbers. First, we're going to create the masking window on the left side of the wheel. Add a rectangle shape, set the inside to black, and remove the border. Place this layer directly above your numbers. Next, duplicate that shape and drag the new copy underneath your numbers. We'll change the look of this one to act as our background window. Make the inside an off-white color and give it a black border set to 5 pixels. Even though the wheel is spinning, the numbers will appear perfectly upright as they pass through this window on the left. To finish the effect, select your master group of numbers, go to the masking settings, and select that top black rectangle as your mask. Now, only the digit passing through that frame is visible. I will change the background color of the canvas to make the numbers window easier to see. You can delete the 2 circles as we will no longer be needing them. Now, 1 digit is great, but not very useful, so for that old-fashioned gas pump you saw at the beginning of this video, we're going to need a row of 4 numbers. First, we are going to group the number style, the masking window, and the background box together and give them a good name, and save them to our scenes, so if we ever want to use them again, we can just drag them onto any scene. Duplicate that finished group 3 more times so you have a total of 4 digits and line them up side by side. I have imported a gas pump image that I created in Affinity, and I'm going to drag it at the bottom of the timeline. Scale your 4-digit groups down and position them right into the display area of the pump. To keep things organized, select the pump image in the 4 counters and group them one last time. Now I am going to show you how to adjust the numbers spinning on the gas pump. I want the numbers to stop over an 8-second period, meaning they start spinning when the video starts at 0 seconds and the last digit stops at the 8th-second mark. That means the first number will stop at 2 seconds, the second number at 4 seconds, the third number at 6 seconds, and the final number at 8 seconds. So as you can see here, that is what I am doing, starting with the digit farther to the right. Now comes the last step. I'm going to show you how to set the values for the number dials. First, we'll decide on the price of the gas. $25.37 sounds like a good price. I know that gas pump numbers do not spin like this, but for this example, they do. I will give you some examples where you could use this type of counter in the next section, but for now, here is how you set the numbers in your dials. You simply need to go to the area of the dial after the numbers have stopped spinning and rotate the dial to the number you want for each of the dials in your animation.
As you can see here, the 7 was not aligned correctly, but that is an easy fix.
Now that you've mastered this technique, think about how else you can use it. It's perfect for slot machines, car odometers, retro flip clocks, or even vault combination locks. You could use it for high-tension countdown timers, rolling price tags during a sale, or vintage subway destination boards. It's also great for fitness trackers, 100% loading screens, or revealing a product launch date. The possibilities are endless once you master the anchor point and masking trick. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.